Well, we got a big game for last night at the Garden. The Knicks once again storm back. They take the win, 3-1. They are up, heading back to Boston. The sad news in this one, of course, Jayson Tatum, who was helped off of the court late in the fourth with an injury. Before that, he'd had himself a night with 42 and 8. Jalen Brunson, 39 points. Karl-Anthony Towns for 23. It was a huge win. Boston seemed to be playing more Boston-like all night long. It felt like, okay, this just got a little interesting until it didn't. And just like that, Chandler, we're looking at a Knicks team that's now the favorite to win the Eastern Conference. People are saying not only was it the most impressive win of the season, they're saying of the last 25 years. Where are you on that?
I mean, listen, it was a big win, and they realized this is they got him right where they want him. And again, thoughts and prayers with Jayson Tatum. I'm hoping for the best, but man, that doesn't look good. And he was on the verge of that was his best game of the playoffs. He's absolutely balling. So you hate to see that. You hate to see anybody go down. But this is so impressed for the Knicks. What a collective effort, getting stuff from everybody. Jalen Brunson, I don't even know where to begin with this dude. He is so clutch. They never get off kilter. They never get their head down. They have come back and through so many games and just shown so much resilience throughout this playoffs. It truly is impressive. And again, we always give Thibodeau, some stuff for not playing bench and for playing guys too many minutes. Now they're healthy, and ever since Jalen Brunson's ankle has gotten better, he has been elite. This team has taken off. They're peaking at the right time. He has a short rotation, and that's all you need come the playoff times when it gets slower. So I do agree that there needs to be a little bit more management during the regular season, but it's working. And this is a team, let's not forget, this is a team that could not beat a good team during the regular season that now is up 3-1 on the mighty Boston Celtics. So this is super impressive. That place was rocking last night. OG was great. Bridges was great. Towns was great. Like, they got a little bit from everybody. And this series looks to be over. Like, it's sad because with Tatum being out, but I mean, with Tatum, this is the Knicks are punking them. They're playing more physical. They're outplayed them all series long. And the Celtics can continue to get these leads and take their foot off the gas and just have, they live and die by the 3-pointer all year long. And it's proven that they're dying this year on it.
It's kind of insane to me just because you could feel it through your television set last night before Jayson Tatum got hurt. You could feel the shift and the momentum. I don't know if you knew this, Lou, but I thought it was a little bit interesting that the Knicks have only won 4 playoff series since 2000. Yeah. And that's a little crazy to me. And here we are doing what they're doing. What do you make of it?
I didn't realize it was only 4 in the last 20 plus years. Like, that's a crazy stat. I guess when you're in the NBA and you're living it, you're really not concerned with what other teams are going through besides the team that you're on. But last night was a great win. The atmosphere was a vibe. Like, I gotta admit, the playoffs are much better when the Knicks are involved. The fan base, how the Madison Square Garden is rocking, the stars are out, the fans are excited. You got to kick them out of TD Garden. Everything is it's so much more exciting. And you love to see when your fan base is rallying behind you. As a player, you can't help but to be motivated and go out there and compete and play at the highest level. And the New York Knicks have been able to do that. And that's been behind Mr. Clutch, the Clutch Player of the Year. That's done something to his psyche where when it's time to make plays, he really takes ownership of winning that award and being that player. You got to give that to him hands down. Play after play that he made on the offense and defensive end, he was one of those guys from the mid-range and ones. Super exciting, great atmosphere. I love watching this game. I love seeing all the New York Knicks alumni being there supporting those guys. I wonder how many of those tickets they gave away. I'm sure all of them would come. You just love the environment. You love that atmosphere. New York is on the brink of doing something special, unfortunately, for Boston and Jayson Tatum going out. Prayers up to him, speedy recovery. I hope it's not what everybody think it is, knock on wood. But, like Chandler just mentioned, even before JT went out with injury, it looked like the New York Knicks were in control of this series. Yeah. And they're one big win away from doing something historical. So that should be exciting for them, like it looks like it is on TV. Yeah,
and that's a good point. Like, I don't want to discredit the Knicks. No. They dominated with Tatum. The Pacers dominated the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell. So it's not sure. It sucks. We never want to see a player, let alone a star player, go down like that. But those two teams have deserved the flowers that they're getting. They've deserved to be up 3-1. They've been the better team all series long when both teams are fully loaded. So that can't be an excuse for those teams either. It might help a little bit ease the pain, but also hopefully doesn't linger into next year. But the Knicks have been a better basketball team in this series.
Yeah, I do think that might get a little bit foggy today, but look, they had a 20-point lead, a 20-point lead, a 31-point lead, and a 14-point lead. The only one they kept was that 31er, and that was it. And so you saw that happen last night, and that was Jayson Tatum still on the floor, still hitting shots, and the momentum shifted. And I do want to get to that real quick, though, on the Garden and everything else that's going with it. It's not just the Garden, but they keep taking shots of that area outside. It is
Crazy.
absolute, like, as much as I'm a sports fan or whatever, you couldn't pay me. It is absolute chaos out there, and I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when they move on. Yes, and I said when to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's like a little bit crazy, but Jalen Brunson, as Lou mentioned, has been he's a folk hero. If they go on and do what they are capable of doing, he will be the biggest Knick of all time. I'm saying it, and I know it sounds crazy, but if they do this,
he's really already 30, there.
It's insane to me, and he's so likable on top of it all. But 39 points last night. When they played Detroit, he averaged 31 a game. He's right now averaging 28 and 8 against this Celtics squad. Best guard. Sure, we can have that conversation. We could also, Lou, possibly talk about best player in the Eastern Conference right now. Does that make you feel okay saying that out loud?
Yeah, I don't see why not. The proof is in the pudding right there. Like, you can nitpick and try to find somebody, but this is on the main stage right here. We're seeing Jalen Brunson put on and put this team on his back night in and night out, and he's carrying them. You got to give the credit where it's due. You know, you look at this series. You can look at the Cleveland, and you can look at the Indiana series. Nobody is playing better basketball in the Eastern Conference than Jalen Brunson right now. You know, besides when he got a little banged up last year, he's picked up right where he left off in the playoffs last year, and he's gotten better. That's what makes this New York Knicks team scary. He's gotten better from last year. He's taken that experience and he's applied it to this one. And now it looks like he's almost unstoppable. It looks like they are on a runaway train to do something really exciting and special. And again, that's on the back of the play of Jalen Brunson. From every angle, every part of the floor, he's carrying this basketball team. Like mid-third quarter, something goes off on him, and you got to deal with him for the next 18 minutes of a basketball game, and he completely takes over. So with that, you're looking at a clash. You know, right now we're looking at a clash with the Indiana Pacers, unless something crazy happens in either one of these series, and he's still going to be the best player on the floor no matter what.
Yeah, it's a really good story. Like it's unbelievable the fact that we're possibly looking at the Knicks versus the Pacers. Again, there's a lot of basketball to be played left with Tatum out, Donovan Mitchell out. I had bet my bottom dollar that both these series are over, but it's unbelievable. Jalen Brunson, like Lou just said, he continues just to impress. He continues to keep his head down and do what he does. He's so clutch. He's fearless. He makes the right play. He plays at his pace. You can't speed him up. You can't put a bigger guy on him to muscle him because he's so strong. You can't put a smaller guy on him because he'll big boy him. Like, it is really impressive what he's doing. And again, there's more talented, I guess, highly rated, better players in the NBA, but man, I want this guy. Like, I want to go to war with this guy. I want this guy is single-handedly. And again, they've gotten a great series from Cat. Cat's been fantastic. Big games from OG, big games from Josh Hart, Bridges. Everyone's kind of played a role in this series. But the one consistent, the one heartbeat of this entire team, not just in this series, but all season long, is Jalen Brunson. Think about how bad they were when he went out with that ankle sprain. Like, they were a completely different team without this dude. You could argue that he is the most valuable player in the NBA, how good this team is with him and how bad. Like, it's like a Jokic thing. They are awesome with him. They stink without him. This guy is so valuable. He's unbelievable. And they are possibly going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And like Lou said, it's awesome when the Knicks are good. It's awesome when the Garden's popping like that, and all the celebs are out, and all the fans are going crazy, and ticket prices are through. Like, I love it. It makes the NBA is better when the Knicks are good, and they are really good.
The panic, it was weird to watch because we've seen it. But the panic that sets in with Boston and the calm that sets in with New York in those final that final stretch, it is crazy to watch it play out, knowing exactly how it's going to end. That's what I have found fascinating about this series. And by the way, before Jayson Tatum got hurt, but now we do need to discuss that a little bit. He was having such a great night. He was doing all the things that people want Jayson Tatum to do, that the people that complain about Jayson Tatum want to see him do. And then it was the non-contact. He's down on the ground, writhing in pain, calling for a timeout. There's a wheelchair in this thing. He's got an MRI set. But to be down 3-1 and to also see this as one of your final images, not just as a fan, but as teammates, guys. Chandler, I don't know how demoralizing, I don't even know what words you put on this, but this was a rough end.
It's devastating. Again, you see the reports. This is the most quiet the locker room's been all year long. You never want to see one of your guys go down like this. I hate to say it, but it's something bad. Like you don't react like that. You're not in tears off the court. Like his season is over, and hopefully it doesn't linger into next season, depending on what it is. But it's just devastating. A guy that had such a great year, such up and down summer with Team USA, the highly touted Celtics, the favorites all season long, dominate the Knicks all regular season. Now you go down like this. It's just tough. And again, kind of puts things maybe in perspective for next year. This new ownership's going to have a lot of decisions. You hear about the apron, you hear about the money that they don't want to spend, and that maybe Sham's reporting that this team might not be the same team next year. I think losing this season 4-1 and Jayson Tatum being hurt kind of expedites those conversations and makes that transition or those decisions a little bit easier. But I just feel for him, man. Someone that's been hurt, someone that's been there before. This sucks, and it's you never want to see it.
No, this was awful. This was awful. By the way, I think the Kristaps Porzingis 2 missed free throws in a row also cemented.
Also, can we talk about that? Like with a mystery illness, like they don't have to tell us what it is, or do they not know what it is? Like that is.
I don't know. I don't even know what they know. I'm sure they have a better idea than what they're letting on.
I got a couple ideas, but like
I don't know. I'm trying to get this show to keep going. We don't want to be fired on the air.
I've never seen this. Like,
it could be anything. It could be like it could be. No, you know what? Right? Yeah. Can you shut Chandler's mic?
You got something for me? What you got?
Yeah, I just want a yes or no on this one, Chandler. I bet you a watch for a gentleman sweep or sweep. I feel a little bad that it looks like a gentleman sweep now. So you can make it one of your less expensive watches if that helps you out. No. No,
it's still witness.
Got to be at a level.
The official witness. The deal is a deal.
Thank you, Lou. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We had another game last night. We're going to take a look at Timberwolves and Warriors when we come back.